in women's sports because of what was done in the previous Biden administration. And within the first 100 days, he was able to get it done, signing that executive order preventing biological men from competing in women's sports.
I think that's, by the way, one of the best videos so far of the 100
so
days.
Sweet,
I don't know if it's because I have a daughter, and it just means a lot to watch that, to see these young girls. Someone's defending them as they grow up. They have no idea the world and what it's going to be like, years from now. And he's at least doing what he can in this moment to stop that. That signing of that executive order right there on your screen was a landmark moment in the fight against biological men competing in women's sports, changing in their locker rooms, and using their facilities.
Which has been happening, by the way. Yeah. Democrats will tell you it's not. We know it's true because we speak to women who are forced to compete against men. One of those women is Paula Scanlan, by the way, who was at the event. She's an ambassador at the Riley Gaines Center, as well as a former swimmer at the University of Pennsylvania. Also, Selina, Soule joins us, former high school track athlete. Again, very familiar with the idea of men competing in women's sports. So you ladies are the perfect ones to talk to today. Paula, we'll just reflect back. It's been 100 days, and we've seen President Trump sign these executive orders. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm so grateful to the Trump administration, really, for the stance they've taken to protect female athletes. I was honored to be there on the day that Trump signed the executive order. But again, I mean, it's a little bit bittersweet because the fact that Trump even had to spend time in his 100 days to do this shows how far we've fallen and how far the Democrats have really gone to push radical ideas on us. But overall, I am grateful. I love everything the Trump administration has been doing. I'm excited to see the rest of his term play out. And promises are kept, and they were kept, and this executive order is exactly that. He campaigned on this issue, and I think a lot of voters were very happy to see him do that, and I was very grateful to be part of the process of this happening.
And Selina, if you want to weigh in as well on this, and one of the big proponents here of this 100 days for many young girls and women like yourself is to see what this president has already done and will continue to do.
Exactly. I'm very grateful for President Trump for being willing to take a stand and protect women, because as we saw with our last president, that was not the case. So I'm very grateful that he signed an executive order to protect us. But it's, to me, kind of unbelievable that we even need that executive order. It should be a common sense thing. But I'm grateful that he took the stand and that women will not have to go through the pain and heartbreak that I went through my 4 years of high school.
Absolutely, because it's on the record, right? You've got a biological male competing in the women's league and beating out women to get that top spot. And for some of it, it's forever sort of etched in the school's history, or you're setting new records, which really make it impossible for a female to beat a male going forward. And I understand that that's also part of the Trump agenda, is to really go through and scratch out those supposed victories by male athletes in women's divisions, specifically, Paula, at the University of Pennsylvania. So they want to get rid of, in your case, who you know very closely, Leah Thomas, and the records that were set there. The department is ordering Penn to restore to all female athletes all individual athletic records, titles, honors, and awards, or similar recognition for Division I swimming competitions misappropriated by male athletes, or risk the loss of funding. It's got 10 days to apparently voluntarily resolve these violations or risk a referral to the Department of Justice for enforcement proceedings. What do you think about this, Paula?
I mean, I'm very, again, grateful to the administration for the stance they've been taking on this. But what I will say is if we reallocate the awards, which absolutely we need to do and probably should have done years ago at this point, what's not going to be reflected in those changes is the female athletes who were denied the opportunity to compete altogether. I mean, at the NCAA championship alone, Thomas made A finals in 3 different events, meaning 3 individual girls were not even given the opportunity to compete in the finals at all. This happened at every single Ivy League meet as well. And those records are never going to be changed, and those girls will never regain those opportunities to compete. So this is a, very unjust situation, and I'm, again, grateful for the steps that are being taken to rectify the situation, but ultimately, the NCAA and the Ivy League and the University of Pennsylvania did not care about us female athletes to have never allowed this to happen, and shame on them for everything that they've done to us.
Yeah. But again, the White House stepping up in this moment to do what they can. And I know, Selina, really, from your story, we're out of time, but from your story, you lost out, and you unfortunately cannot go back in time, but you are using your platform today to speak out for those that need a voice. Paula Scanlan and Selina Soule, thank you so much. We do appreciate your time.